Hi, I'm Dr. Chris Zano. I'm here with Dr. Fred DiDomenico. And the reason why we're doing this video, this on demand, is for thought leadership. You know, I researched and I polled many chiropractors from all over the profession in the world on what was the biggest myths that patients believe. What was the biggest objections that you were getting when you were talking to your patients. The reason why we have Dr. Fred is we're going to be going behind the thought. There's a lot of reasons we're like, well, this patient didn't become a patient because of this or that, but really it goes a lot deeper, and we're going to be able to just dig up that dirt. You'll see the thought behind the thought, so you could literally help change, you know, thousands of lives, whereas you would have lost that person.
Yeah, and I think this is really important, and I thought it was a phenomenal idea when you invited me to do this project with you, because there's so many times, well, as a chiropractors, we're chosen. This is our life. We come into this life to help people, and I think one of the most frustrating parts of practice, Chris, as we all know as we go through this journey, is to have a patient have an objection, yet we feel the frustration that we feel like no matter what we say, they're just not going to shift off their perspective. And we haven't been professionally trained in communication yet. That's a life that is walking out the door because we didn't know exactly what they were thinking. What they're saying and what they're thinking can be two different things, and that's what the thought behind the thought is. So, and that just can't happen. You know, we have a purpose, we have a principle, we have a truth. The truth is the Alpha and the Omega. It always was, it always will be. And these people, these are life and death decisions. So we're coming to you to literally bring you communication training and principles and truths that you can go out and fulfill your purpose as a chiropractic doctor to help more people into this lifestyle.
And as far as who we are, you know, that's the why. You know, I've seen as much as 2,600 people per week in my office. So trust me, I know how to build a great, successful practice. You know, huge, you know, materialistic things, make all these things are there. But I'm still frustrated because that person has that objections. How come I couldn't pierce their heart and their mind? How come I didn't get this principle to them? And they walked out the door knowing that they had a major problem, and I know their life's going to be changed for the worse, where I know we could have helped them. And so it's very frustrating to me. So no matter how big or small your volume is, it's not about volume, you know, I still have the burden to help people. And so that's why, so no matter how successful I am, or if those of you who know me or don't, it's not that, it's about helping every single person you can. And you know, there's a story behind every life, you know, so I'm not, you know, if 10 people were patients, that one or two that weren't, that's 2 lives, that's generations.
Well, exactly, and this is really a philosophy and the mantra that we truly believe is that every person counts. And what people may not understand, they hear you say 2,600 a week. You build a practice like that because of the way you teach your patients. There's so many new people that come through there, but what people don't realize is practitioners, chiropractors with high volume practices, they fail faster than everybody else. You know, a person with 150 new patients a week fails faster than someone with 10. And so, you know, if 10% or 20% don't commit, it's a much bigger number. So you get to the practice that you do because of frustration. You're failing faster. And that's what people don't understand. And when every person counts, each person is a hit.
But tell them what you do.
Well, I'm with Elite Coaching. I mean, I did practice. I was a hardcore spinal corrective care doctor for 15 years in practice. And then eventually you find that, you know, you see lots of chiropractors out there, not just struggling with numbers or practice, a lot of successful people, but I notice in the profession, the principle is truth, and I took it to heart. You know, it's like when Billy Graham, they say, you know, he went to his mentor and said, how do you build a great parish or a great congregation? And they said, when you accept that truth in your whole heart. Well, I accepted that truth of chiropractic in my whole heart. And if a subluxated spine is diseased, then we need to be able to fix it. And what I found is there was lots of people out there that were preaching the principle, but didn't have the application. And I believe that everybody has the desire to live the truth to the highest level. So we formed a coaching group, Elite Coaching. It's based on spinal corrective practices. And we help people communicate and teach you literally how to be a professional coach so you have the highest probability that every person standing in front of you is ready to change their life right now, and they're going to follow through with that lifestyle. Truly optimal spine, optimal health lifestyle.
And that's why he's here, because out of all the people that I said, you know what, who communicates the best, who could help this project, it was you. So I'm glad you're here.
Thank you.
All right, and together, we're going to change your practice. We're going to change hundreds of thousands of people's lives because of you, and we appreciate it. And enjoy the ride.